and this is Single on a Saturday Night. Unscripted, real. This is real reality show because we don't even script our lines. Everything I say is real. Like I really talk about my business. So welcome to my business. I am Shelly Williams, Philly's Oprah, right here, and I'm having a good time. Yeah, I'm single, still no kids. Oh my God, that's what it is, right? How about you? How about you, David?
I'm Dr. Dave Pulley, owner of Diamonds in the Rough Consulting and known as the Soulmate Specialist, and I'm single but unavailable.
You tired of the single?
Hi, Nina Keyes, founder and CEO of Philly Cheesesteak Tour. I have been married. I have 2 children. I am single.
Mara Love, married, divorced, single.
Just like that.
That's it.
Catrice Bailey, model with MMA Model Management, and I'm single.
Yvette Money, partner of EvolveRadio247.com. Make sure you download the app, Evolve Radio 24/7. Also, writer and director for the lifestyle and the upcoming play called 3 Angry Bitches. And also writing a book, The Lifestyle. And also, before we were on camera, I was letting Shelly know that I am in the Smithsonian Museum as a female MC, as one of the first female MCs out there.
It's big.
So when you go to the Smithsonian Museum, make sure you check out our exhibit. It's Women of Hip Hop.
How am I supposed to go after her with all that?
Yeah, I don't even know. But you're sitting next to a legend.
Right. They say you can always lean on a good woman. All right. I'm Professor Dave, Hartman College, single, negotiating. I'm negotiating. All right.
Negotiating what?
I'm going to beat Danielle out in the bet. I'm negotiating.
I don't know if I believe
and
that
I'm a father of 2 girls. It's a stress being a dad, having girls though too. I'll let you know that.
It's a stress. No, it's not a stress having girls. What do you mean?
What? Hair, nails, lashes,
Hair done, nails done, everything done.
makeup, blush, foundation. I gotta know everything.
That's all right.
And they gonna look at me and say, Dad, does it look right? Of course I'm gonna say no because I don't want guys to give them no attention.
But you have some beautiful girls.
And I'm going through it.
I bet you are. But you know what? It should make you appreciate whatever woman you negotiate with.
As long as there's 2 things that exist, Smith and Wesson. I'm already as a dad.
Okay, Dad. But we are talking about successful women and their dating. I feel like the dating pool is really small. And maybe it's the circles that we're in. I don't know. So why don't we talk about that? To me, I'm not finding people on, not saying I'm on a certain level because I'm still trying to get to a level. I'm trying to get there. But I feel like the pool is small. I feel like I'm meeting people with, not like that. I'm just saying I really feel like
It's not small. Because just like there's so many guys that
You're
will be
negotiating.
great,
What I'm saying.
there's so many guys that will be great to you, will treat you well like a queen, but you're just not physically attracted to them. There's tons of people
Oh
out
my
here.
God, you're right.
There's tons of people out here for us. We walk by them every day. It's when you start to develop your standards, what you're looking for, look, height, and all of that is where your numbers start to dwindle. There's tons of quality men and tons of quality women out here.
But that's what I just said. The dating pool is small. You said once you start putting the factors of attractive, money, stability, all those things, and it becomes smaller. And we can only go by what I'm seeing. I'm a woman. I've been in the dating area for all my life. It seems like I'm still single. So I haven't found that one that I'm ready to negotiate anything with.
But you know what's confusing? That in my conversations with a lot of women, it was that when women get their degrees, have their careers, own their homes, it's not a guarantee that you're going to have a good man. Some people think, well, I did this, I did that. Be like, nope, that's why you in the book club right now. That's why you out here looking to
Shade?
Right. You're just doing other stuff to pass your time because the assumption was because you do these things personally that there is a man is guaranteed to you. No, it's not. You still got to put in the work. That's your personal career, your goals, what you achieve.
Anybody want to talk? Because you know I'm about to go
I've
at
heard
it.
so many
I don't think
conversations.
anyone's assuming that.
But I've had so many women that think that because you have accomplished things for yourself, that it guarantees you almost like a quality man, and it doesn't.
Yeah,
You
but there's
still
no
gotta put work
guarantees
in.
in life, so I agree with you on
better
that.
put work
It's not
in a way.
guaranteed, but why, if we're doing all these things to better ourselves, do the men stay in one place? I guess it could be the 9-to-5ers against the entrepreneurs, because maybe the 9-to-5ers, we can't expect them to say, well, I could say to you, well, what are you going to do? What are you trying to do? What do you want to do in life? And they're like, what do you mean? I am doing what I'm doing. I go to work every day. But to me, I'm looking for somebody that's going to work every day, and you want to do something different. You want to own property. You want to create something, build something. I don't know what it is, but you need to do something different, because while I'm out trying to build my empire, you're going to be bored at home just sitting there like, why you ain't spending time with me? I'm here. Yeah, you here, but I need to be here. So they're going to get bored, right?
Yeah, but dating does get harder as the more accomplished you become. Dating gets tougher. Because I was just talking to my class. I also teach. I'm an adjunct at Philly U, and I was talking to my class. They often ask me about soulmate specialists and stuff, and I was just telling them, because they're about to graduate next month, and they're having their final next week. So they were asking me about, when they finish, what the dating scene would look like, and I said, look, real talk, in Philly, it's horrible. It's horrible at all levels. Right? But especially if you're the higher up you are, and they're about to graduate with their masters, and this particular class is all females. And so I was telling them, like, just be prepared for things to get even harder, because now your expectations are going to go up. And so whatever troubles you're already having at this level, it's only going to get tougher, because at the higher levels, the expectations, the standards, everything it increases, and it should. But I think the problem is that people don't merge their expectations into anything higher within themselves. And I could go further on that, but I'll just say, people do not put a lot of investment into their spiritual development. And so they're doing a lot of searching for things at levels of physical money, what they have acquired, things like that. There's more to life than that. So if you only keep it at those things that you can detect with your senses, then you're going to be limited to everything that is quote unquote sensual. There's a world beyond the sensual that most people do not put any investment in. Is if you're not investing in that in yourself, you're not even going to be able to see that beyond what everybody else sees. So that's why the pool is small, because everybody's staying in what's called a saturated pool. And in a saturated pool, it's harder to find what you're looking for, because saturated pools start looking like mud after a while.
So what are we supposed to do? To make that difference? Because you have every second Friday you have the Soulmate Ministry event, and you want to do this nights, the kings, the nights. You want to bring the men in, and every time you say, "Hey, men, come on in. Let me teach you something." Where are your men?
They don't come.
So
It's
we're
true.
evolving. We're growing as a people. We're trying to go deeper and maybe not look at the physical, not look at all those things, but the men. So we're doing all these things, but what are the men doing? Are they staying the same? So how are we supposed to get over? Like I said, it's small, because you want to evolve us, but they're not evolving.
Well, I mean, but you're right. They don't come, but here's the thing. This is what Dave was just saying. The ones who do get overlooked by the women who come. So yes, there are less men almost every time. There's less men here right now than there are women. That's going to be hands down. However, the problem is, like Dave said, the women who come, they're not checking for those dudes who come. Those dudes are there to develop. Those dudes are looking for what's beyond the Philly pool, but they're not attracted to those men, and they tend to be off in terms of what they're looking for attraction-wise, and that's what makes it even harder.
I'm thinking in my head, we're going to go to a break, and I'm thinking in my head of the men that come. I don't know. It's not being attracted. Just because you're evolving mentally, spiritually, you can't be a dumped-in-her. Like, it's not like we got to have a real conversation. We can't talk about, I like my car. Let's go to a break, because we know who we're talking about right here at TGI Fridays. We have Howard Gilliam Jr., New Video Productions. He has a TV show, My Special Day, every Thursday at 1 o'clock. But I heard he works with Nia Long. You know she's on Empire, right? She's knocking it out on Empire. He also is down with the Judge. We're talking about Judge Masters. Right, that's his is the celebrity videographer. This is what I'm talking about. You need to write his number down somewhere, 215-908-1298. I'm giving it to you. I gave you the secret number. I don't get that to anybody, just you, all right? Just you out there. So all those millions of people, you got it. All right, this is Single on a Saturday Night. Let's go to a break.
Hi, my name is Catrice Bailey, and we're here at Single on a Saturday Night with Aviance Styles.
Aviance Styles, we're home of the pop-up boutique. We do weddings, we do parties, we do private appointments, whatever your need. This season, color is hot. Color is everything. Your purples, your greens, your blues, your yellows. It's awesome. We have our beautiful vests. We have our sequin scarves. We have our pashminas, our caps, our infinities, our stockings, lingerie bags, just everything.
Well, there it is, Aviance Styles. You start your own business, you get paid, you make a lot of money, and you learn a lot about fashion. So this is Single on a Saturday Night. Have an amazing night.
Yeah, welcome back. Single on a Saturday Night. AKA, some people call it single in the city, some people call it sexy single, but either way you put it, we're single and we just single. That's it. That's all I got. Just single. Shout out to Yvette Money. Yes.
There, Yvette. There,
Yvette
Yvette.
Money. In the Smithsonian, like, yo, that's big. And we are talking about successful women, which she is a successful woman, absolutely. And before the break, you know, David was talking, and he was talking about this whole man. My thing is spiritual, right? I've dated a Christian, and I've dated non-Christians. And I promise you, I've been treated better by the supposed non-Christians each and every time. The ones that are supposedly non-Christians, the ones that don't go to church, they know that they want a relationship. They know that they want to be in a relationship. They understand commitment. This is what they want. The Christian men I've found, I mean, I really dated a couple Christian men. I found that they so scared, they don't know what they want. They think because they're a Christian, their pool is so open that they can just leave you hanging and not give you that whole commitment. I'm sorry, I don't see where the whole them coming to your soulmate thing is really, I don't think they're really getting it.
Can I just add
Sure,
something really quick on that? No, it's okay. Because there are a lot of people who are not spiritual, religious, whatever you want to label it, and I am one of them. And there are plenty of ways to grow without that. You can, for me, it's very important that someone volunteers in the community. If you don't know how to give back, especially for me because I know what it's like to not have, so it's very important to me to give back. Because I know what it's like. Traveling to immerse yourself in other cultures. So there's plenty of ways to do that. I just have to put that out there.
It's all right. You have every way to put that out there.
But there's some truth, Shelley, that as men, we have gotten lazy in the dating game. Men have gotten lazy and are sitting back waiting for women to approach them, do certain things. We've gotten lazy. Because as men don't have that fear of getting older, being by themselves, big belly, hairline going. They say some woman's out there is going to want us. And a lot of men are lazy in the dating game and feeling as though we don't have to try. And we as men has to be able to get back together and say, you know what? Our women have to be respected, have to know that they have value, there has to be a purpose, and it has to be true partnership. Not we live together and I'm doing my thing and you don't. No, it has to be true partnership, but we have to get out of the mindset of being lazy when it comes to women. Because I know tons of guys that ain't putting forth no effort. They don't even want to put shoes on. They don't want to put a blazer on to go out. Guys don't even own a pair of shoes. Like how are you 30-something years old and don't own a pair of shoes or have a blazer? And then you expect a certain type of woman just to show up. We got
Not even that. After 40, these men get all set in their ways and they don't want to change. And sometimes they need to change a whole lot of things, but they're set in their ways and they think what they think is right. So go ahead, Nina.
And I want to speak to that point of women are overlooking these men who are coming to these events. And let's keep it real. I'm going to keep it all the way real. Mm-hmm. You are attracted to who you are attracted to. Okay? Mm-hmm. So we're overlooking. No, you just may not be interested in that person. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sacrifice the fact that I'm not attracted to somebody just because, oh, they have this, this, and this. That's worse than the other way around. Oh, I'm going to deal with him because he's attractive, but ignore this, and this. No, I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to. So if you're there and you're not somebody I'm attracted to, then I'm not overlooking you. I'm just not interested in you.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I guess when I said that, I was just speaking towards the fact that the pool only seems small. But like has been said, there are people who would meet the things that we're looking for, but if it might not be all 4 pillars. Physical is one of the 4 pillars. So like as Mara said, yes, there are other ways you can grow. There are even other ways that you could grow spiritually, but there are limitations to it when you do not realize or recognize through self-awareness that what you're building up is the spiritual pillar. So if you're building up 3 of the 4, then yeah, you're going to still grow. You're going to still develop, but you're going to develop 75, your percentage automatically goes under that 100 possible percent. So same thing with the dating pool. You know, who you're attracted to is who, and I'm all for that. I agree with that 100%. However, if we adjusted some of our expectations, some of what we're looking for, so that there's balance across the board, then you would find that the pool opens up a little bit more. That's all. That was the only point.
What should we tweak? I'm curious. What do you think we should tweak?
If I was to say, so for men, what men need to tweak is really for both parties, actually. The physical pillar is what mostly we're attracted to, which I agree with. You don't meet somebody's spirit, right? You don't see somebody's spirit from across the room. You don't. You don't see somebody's intellect from across the room. If a woman caught my eye, why would she catch my eye? From the physical pillar. Physically, she would attract me. So that's a given, right? However, if I say, you know, I like women with big butts. I like big butts, but anyway. I do. That's just honest. I've said it before. That's not a surprise. However, if let's say that the woman has everything else, but her booty leaves something to be desired, right? But she's pretty, she's successful, she's spiritual, she's smart, all of those things, right? She has her own, all of that. I'm not going to dismiss her because, you know, physically it's not exactly what I was looking for. I'm going to tweak some of my expectations or desires or preferences in order to get the total package.
But personally, you don't think over time that because she doesn't have a big booty, and you look at all these other women who has these big booties, that you're not going to be, you know, she good, but that's what I like.
It happens, but that's where you get the 80. See, I'm smart. One thing, thank God for my intelligence. Because one thing is, that happens, but I'm smart enough to know and mature enough to have realized through experience and development not to pass up the 80 for the 20. I'm not going to give up the 90 for the 10, the 80 for the 20, the 70 for the 30. I'm smart enough to know, and I'm a businessman. So that would be very stupid to take my investment of what I'm really looking for, what can help build me and build my future, and sacrifice something that has a greater percentage for something that's worth the lesser percentage. So for those out there that don't do that and they sacrifice it all the time, that's what, because they're always jumping around to try to get 100%, and they're sacrificing the higher percents for the lower level percents. And that's why we have the situation we have out here.
And go ahead. You got some?
Well, you know, me being divorced and I have 3 children, being single and now back into a relationship again, it took some time to get there. I get what you're saying, and from in the past of dealing with opportunists and tweaking here and tweaking there, you know, only allowed me to make that man better for someone else. And, you know, there are certain things that you can overlook, but there's a whole lot that you can't, because you, like Nina said, you know, that desire that you have as far as what you're looking for a person, it's always going to be there. And if it's not there, you're gonna just waste time with that person, because you're not going to be satisfied until you find exactly what it is that you desire. So if it's I just think that, you know, what you're passionate about in a relationship should not be tweaked. That shouldn't be tweaked at all. And also, I wanted to make a comment about men today. What I really believe the problem is, you know, with you, Shell, and stuff too, and why it's so hard to find is because I think because the women have to play the role of man and woman in a house. You know, where it should be a two-house income, a lot of times women have to do it all by ourselves. And we raise sons without, that we're so busy working 2 jobs and, you know, out here just trying to make things happen, that I think a lot of these men these days are missing that man to teach them how to be a man, and then they're missing their moms now who teach them love and nurturing. That now a lot of these men these days who are out here, they're looking for mothers, because the moms now are absent in the home too. So I'm not trying to raise nobody kid. You know, because to me, you're still a kid. You're not a man yet until you find that man within yourself. I can't teach a man how to be a man. So I think that's a lot of problems. When he was saying men, some men are lazy now. You know, that is so true, because they're looking for mothers. They're looking for somebody to motivate them. And you want to find that person who is already motivated. You know, you don't have to be, you know, making a certain amount of money or income, but at least be motivated with me to want what I want in life. And I think that's missing that.
And we're going to go to a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to get into more about our guests. We want to hear of what you're doing. We want to hear about what you're doing and how you can get involved with the cheesesteak tour, how you're going to take a cheesesteak tour. And we may even hear something from our resident therapist, Nikki Phelps. She's sitting there so beautifully, and we're going to hear something. So, all right, let's go. Howard Gilliam Jr., new video production. He has worked with Ice Cube and somebody else, and that's what I'm going to say right now, Ice Cube. And don't forget AvianeStyles.com. She has the bling. And you know what? We have a special gift we're going to give away today to somebody, even though I can't get it. This is it, AvianeStyles.com. We're giving this to someone in the audience, and we're going to figure out how we're going to give it to you, but we're going to give it to you. And, of course, Rashina Stewart, Lotus Beauty Spa in the Cedarbrook Plaza. Look, he's modeling it. He's blinging. I love silver. Silver is, anybody want to know? Silver's my favorite color, the bling and the sparkle. But let's go to a break. All right. How will we give it away?
I felt like Cinderella.
I said, that's fiction. I dropped my hat and ran.
The whole veil comes off.
Little bit X-rated. Happy birthday, Tracy!
Hit the gas and took off.
I don't know. I have to say, though, I mean, I'm not saying that I totally disagree, but I think that when you are a woman who fell in love for those reasons, and that lie that you're talking about that you find out 10 years later, or somebody that just want to be in a relationship with you for 10 years and don't have no intentions on marrying you, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you just want to get out front what you're looking for in a relationship, because if that person is not looking to get married, because you have some men out here who saying, I'm never getting married, but I want to get married. So if you're never getting married, you know, we can have fun as just friends, but we're not going no further than that, because, you know, you're never going to be able to satisfy me in the long run of my wants and my needs, you know. So it's not as far as just, to me, labeling. Just sometimes some people, when they get into a relationship, they just like to put what's important in their life and what they're looking for and where they're willing to grow. They just want to see if that other person is willing to grow with them the same way. It's just, to me, compatibility.
Oh, let's do that. Let me go on a date on your dime, and then I'm going to meet somebody else. Can I get that? Can I buy that for $1? But we are...
That's why I was up there getting free drinks and free food with my husband right over there working.
Ball turned
That's
over.
a whole nother story.
Ball at the bar, like,
That's a whole nother show.
Like her husband right over there. But that is Nikki Phelps. But we're almost to the end of the show, but I have to tell you, I have to find out more about our guest, Yvette Money. I've known you for a lot of years.
Yeah.
So tell us what you got going on again. Tell them how they can get in touch with you. Evolve, how can they get their music played on Evolve?
Oh, just send it to us. You can send it to, we play unsigned artists too as well. We like to give people opportunities. Send it to Evolve Radio 247 at the Unsigned Hype. Am I saying it right, babe? Evolve Radio 247. No, Unsigned Hype at Evolve Radio 247. I know I was saying it wrong. It wasn't flowing like it's supposed to. So it's the Unsigned Hype at evolveradio247.com. We will play up-and-coming artists with no problem. And also, you know, the Smithsonian Museum, I'm so excited about it. We're trying to do a reunion. It's a photo of women of hip-hop that's out there that I'm in. And that's the actual photo that's in the Smithsonian Museum. And we're putting the whole reunion together with me, Roxanne Shante, MC Light, Sparky D, Millie Jackson was in that video. In that photo. And also, there's another museum that we did groundbreaking for hip hop. Is in the Bronx, New York, out in Bronx, New York too, as well. And Angie Stone, all of us was out there, and we did a nice groundbreaking reunion out there too, as well. That's going to be really big.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right, you got the email address right. You see how she said, babe? That means her boo is right here in the audience. Ain't that right, babe? So he got her back. He held it down for her.
Yes.
Boom. So
And my man.
Oh, and your man. There you go. So that must mean he a good dude. That means he ain't no opportunist, right? He doing his thing. All right, Nina Keyes, tell us about the cheesesteak tour.
So Philly Cheesesteak Tour is a sightseeing food tour bus that highlights the Philly cheesesteak. Riders get on, they get to sample 5 cheesesteaks from 5 different restaurants, get a mini sightseeing tour of the city, and just have a good time on the bus enjoying cheesesteaks. A majority of the people who come on the tour are tourists. They're from out of town, so we take them where they want to go. We also do group tours. We've had Philadelphians on the tour and people from the surrounding area, and they get to come on and have a group tour, BYOB, all that wonderful stuff. So we are the only female African-American owned sightseeing food tour bus here in Philadelphia. So
Yes.
if you know anyone interested in doing something fun, we are here. I also have a mentoring program called Abundantly Me Academy, and we mentor girls 14 to 17 through activity-based learning. So I take the girls rock climbing, and we make clay and pottery, and we do all kinds of fun hands-on things. We teach the girls sisterhood and how to build good credit and financial information that they need, not get caught up in credit cards and debt like a lot of us did when we were in college, and just make sure that we pass on information to young women that we wish we would have known when we were their age. So we are Abundantly Me Academy. You can find us on Facebook, and if you know any young women 14 to 17 who may need some type of program mentoring this summer, please look us up.
All right, tell us the website for Philly Cheesesteak. I know you have a website.
It's phillycheesesteaktour.com is our website. We have Philly Cheesesteak Tour LLC on Facebook and Philly Cheesesteak Tour on Instagram.
All right. That's great stuff. I love cheesesteaks. That's like one of my favorite things. I'm telling you, that is my favorite thing. So we have Aviance here. Tell us about the new album. You have a new album, right?
Yes. Our album is We Had to Do It, and it's everywhere on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, anywhere you want to find it. But Aviance female trio singing group from Philly, shutting the city down one step at a time. You can follow us you can find us and reach us by going to our website, badgirlsofrnb.com. That's badgirlsofr, the letter N and B.com.
All right. So maybe we can get you on Evolve 24/7.
Oh yeah. We already set that up.
You know,
It's already in the making.
Connections are the best.
Oh, show, and I have to shout out DJ Smooth. He been playing all my songs throughout this segment here. Yes,
DJ Smooth.
Shout out to him. He been killing it.
He has been. This is, how many more minutes do we have? Are we ending this show? This is it. We just did it.
Aww.
Listen, we made it. This is Single on a Saturday Night right here, TGI Fridays, 4000 City Ave. Thanking Howard Gilliam Jr. I'm just give you a list. He said 50 Cent. He said Judge Mathis. He said, who else? Ice Cube. Nia is Howard Gilliam Jr. has worked. And just because he worked with them doesn't mean I have it too. So I have as well. So don't get that one twisted though. Anyway, this is single on. Oh, Doc Smitty, Groove Boy Entertainment. Groove Boy. He takes the pictures after the show. You can go to his Facebook page, Groove Boy Entertainment. He's just been, you know what? I've known him way back in the, you know what? We got history right playing this game. So anyway, single on a Saturday night.